Kahaloyam, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders. Peace, blessing, mercy, and salutation to all the brotherhood out there, teaching the truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So, we have an example of a real alpha male, and that's Yahweh Shai. I want you to pay attention to this scripture as I try to interpret why I see that Yahweh Shai is a alpha male. So this is Mark 5:9, and he asked him, and that he is Yahweh Shai, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many. So, Legion is a body of soldiers and it says that Legion, a body of soldiers whose number differed at different times, and in time of Augustus seems to have consisted of 6,826 men. An example, 6,100 foot soldiers and 726 horsemen. Damn. Now, when I was training in the martial art I was training in, it was explained to me that a warrior on horse is worth 1,000 foot soldiers. You know, so you're breaking up about 700 companies, 726 companies, and you divide that by the men, right? Each one of those horsemen commands that number of foot soldiers. So the horseman is higher than the foot soldier, right? So there's a level to it, right? Now I'm just trying to explain to you that why the angels are so powerful. Okay? These are not men, right? These ain't demons, right? So let's see. And it came to 2 Kings 19:35, and it came to pass that night that an angel of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, went out and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. Now, 185,000. I'm just doing you a calculation. 185,000 soldiers, captains, horsemen were fucking killed by just one. Just one. But this man is possessed with about 7,000. Plus the horsemen. Plus the horsemen. So who would be on the horse? Like generals, like captains, anybody that's high ranking, you know. Shit. And at the lowest level, I think the sergeant would have his horse. Because in the cavalry, that's how it goes, right? Those are the guys that get their horse. So that's all based upon the scriptures. Everything's based upon the scriptures, you know, the power of the military force. And if you take a look at just the military, the United States, aka Babylon, we have the strongest military on the fucking face of the earth. 800 plus bases all over the planet. That's like a boot. That's like a boot. That's like a soldier standing with the fucking flag of America in every part of the world. That's the beast, right? That's the beast that gets all around. And this is the greatest beast because it started from Alexander, and then Rome, and then all those dynasties, the Diotakai or something, Dioti or something like that. When the 4 generals, and the greatest one that doesn't get mentioned is Perdiccas, and he was a cavalry general. He was the leader of all the cavalry, which was the horsemen. And those horses, at that time, I think they were called Bucephalus, were bred for fucking like war. They took the heat very well, and I think they were all black. Now, the first time I seen a chariot, I was working at Walmart in the fucking parking lot. I was taking the trash out of the fucking disgusting ass. Oh man, I remember the smell too. And I was like, man, and I was barely coming into the truth. I wasn't forming a camp yet, but it was about 2015, and I was watching IUIC and ISUPK and GOCC, and then I started watching GMS, and then I started watching the elders, especially Apostle Tahar. Something about his voice and the way he talks about knowledge. I was like, man, this guy's worth following. So then I started doing the little journey, and then I found out about the chariots, and then I found out about the name, and I didn't know so much about the chariots, but I was calling on the name. And I called on the name when I was taking the trash, and I said, take me out of here. And fucking 3 chariots showed up. 2 black giant spheres about maybe 6 feet in diameter. No, I'd say 12 feet in diameter. And then a little silver sphere. And they were like fucking orbiting around each other. It was fucking crazy. I got so fucking scared, and I said, no, I want to stay. I could fight. They're gonna take me away because I was acting like a little punk, because I was fucking taking out the trash, and they're so this man this God Yahushai, he controls those fucking angels. He controls those angels, man. You better get your shit straight. You're worshiping the greatest power in the whole fucking universe. You don't think he's gonna take care of you? He was ready to take me out. Ooh, shit. I'll never want. I know what. And those specific ones had demons in them, because they show up in the fucking I don't know, it's like the Devil's Handbook or some shit. All 3 of them. But I've seen different ones also. I've seen the ones that's on that painting that has 3 prongs at the end of it, and that's not just one. Maybe it's one. I don't know what the fuck it was doing, but it was turning into like 2, 4, 6, 18, 24. It was doing that, and it was fucking, man, it was amazing. I was besides myself. It was like a fucking like a pop-up book. Like you were turning the pages, and they were just filling the sky as I was turning, and it's like I was mesmerized. I was like under a spell or something, and I was having a bad day. Every time I have a bad day, like every time I get really fucking pissed off and I'm about to fucking put some major curses on this planet, like I see them, and then I calm down. And you don't know how tough it is being disrespected by women that don't fucking understand nothing. And I'm not saying I'm always being disrespected, but they do it unintentionally, I believe. And I keep telling them about, and I was telling them way before, like 3 or 4 years ago. I was telling them, look, man, the only reason you call on me is because I'm a high value man. And they were like, oh man, I just do this shit. And then I stopped doing them favors, and then they started treating me different. And I still don't do favors. But sometimes I do, but that's alright because, you know, women need to extract, like, spirit energy from men. And I had women just come up to me and just scruffle my beard up. They look good, so I was like, man, alright, cool, let's exchange energies. But, you know, it's not like, then that's why you can't have women as friends. Okay? Because there will be that point in time where a woman will consider you. That's why she has a roster. You don't want to be part of that roster. That's bullshit. A bitch got a fucking roster, homie. A bitch got a fucking roster, and you're climbing those fucking ranks. I tell every bitch, fuck that, fuck no. And then they're putting you on the roster. Like this one woman, she's a director, and she's attractive, alright? She's attractive. She's like fucking 5'10". She wears dresses, and she's fine. Like, she's got green eyes. You know, she's one of those blonde Mexicans. She's fine, right? And she's always inviting me to go over to her house, and I'm always thinking wrong, right? I'm always thinking, all right, this is gonna be the day. I'm gonna pop that. But then she'll be like, no, it's just for some tile, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. See, women have you on a roster, and on that roster, it's like a ledger. You are evaluated, and you're put on that roster according to your value. And you don't gotta be no motherfucking Kevin Samuels to understand that shit. You just gotta be. The way I learned it is they're fucking. I'm like, they ask me for a favor, but they don't ask me for a favor. Like, they don't come up to me with their hands folded and ask me for the fucking favor. They come up to me, they notice my shoulders are getting big, and they wanna compliment me on something, but I always got a look on my face like, get the fuck out of my fucking face, you know? You know, either you're gonna let me smash or you gotta take a dash. And all these bitches take dash. Because they ain't serious. Because I'm not the kind of guy that fucking woos anybody. I ain't gonna fucking court you. If you want these nuts, I'll slap them on you. The ramifications mean nothing to me. Or they mean very little. In any case, this man Yahushua, or this God Yahushua that we follow, he's a mega alpha. That's why I get my attitude like that. Because, man, I worship Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the greatest power in the universe, in existence. There is no God other than my power. And the mark of the beast is a fucking chip, motherfuckers. Kiss my motherfucking ass. I ain't scared of no fucking guillotine. I mean, look it. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I already told you many times why I lift weights. So you know I'm getting a little bit bigger and I'm getting way stronger. But it's because of the serotonin and the dopamine and all those beautiful fucking natural things that are released in your brain to reward your body. See, yesterday I was on the treadmill and I started off strong and I kept going hard for a certain amount of time, And then I was like, fucking, yeah, cool. But today I'm going to do it again. And but now it's going to take more. Okay? That's how the truth is. If you're not getting some sort of neurotransmitter or a fucking, like, you're intoxicated by the truth, maybe you should evaluate how you are, because I know in my family, my sons and my wife and my daughter, we celebrate Hanukkah, we celebrate the Passover. They, they watch me as when I do the Day of Atonement. It's a family thing for me, for us. Some people aren't that lucky. And I'm getting a little release. My Lord Yahushua sent me a little release of some sort of chemical. And I think it's related to faith, but I'm going to look it up. It might be oxytocin. But I felt that release around my heart valve, my carburetor. Because I see myself as a fucking machine. I got a Hellcat engine, baby. I'm pushing out 1,000 HPs, baby. Sound like Bruce Lee, baby. I can do amazing things when I get this release of chemicals. And it was told to me that it was chi, right? When I was studying martial arts. Oh, this is how I was always searching for that chi. I wanted to be like Goku. Oh, fuck yeah, I want to be. And you can be. It just takes so much dedication and time. And I would have to step away from the truth, but I'm not about to do that. You get a better, higher release on the truth. That's the ultimate release, because guess what, baby? It's a big shoe to fill. There's a lot of responsibility. It's not just cursing out the white man. And guess what, guys? Guess what, brothers? I'm not cursing out the white man. I'm trying to make them join the camp. I figured out a way, like Bugs Bunny said, if you can't beat them, make them join you. It's all psychedelic, or no, not psychedelic. It's I want to say psychotic. Psychosis. Yeah, it's all. Psychosis is like a state of mind, I believe. Oh, I can look it up, but I'm about to go clock in. And see, this is why I'm always fucking late. It's called getting in the spirit, but I know when the spirit hits you, there's a release. So I'm just trying to tell you that the real, true alpha, the top, tippity top, ain't nobody here topper than that. G, the capital G, is Yahushua. And he's giving me some power right now. And it's like this every morning. And it's like this every night. Wouldn't you want it to be like that every fucking day of your life? I would. And you have to, I don't want to say you have to do stuff like get a job and dedicate time to Esau. But he's fucking basically your master right now. By means of deception. And you have to break off that yoke like he broke off that yoke. In 2 Kings 8:20. He said, man, fuck Judah. I'm making my own king. But we made our own king, and his name is Yahushua. And he's sovereign. He's ruling over us. And that's why your attitude will change. Your aggression level rises and decreases as necessary. You're not playing your own fucking game. You're not walking around free will, okay? I know I'm not. I know I'm not. That's for damn sure. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.